What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about being in tune with your emotions as a man. A lot of people, they make it seem like being a man with emotions is a negative thing. I think that we're all human, so we're all going to have emotions regardless. And one of the things that the world realizes is that they actually crave a man with emotions. They just want a man to know how to use his emotions. What men end up doing is that they end up crashing out. They end up trying to be violent. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to manage themselves to get where they want to get to. So they use their hands, or they use, different types of people to get a message across. That's not the way to do it. Being a man with emotions and being in a place where you're trying to figure yourself out, figure out what it is that you're feeling dramatically in the moment, right? Understanding yourself is one of the biggest things as a man that you have to learn how to overcome. Because every day, there's something that we go through emotionally. Every single day, we get tested with a woman, get tested at our job, get tested, I won't say in the streets, but in our day-to-day lives, right? Get tested with your family, you get tested with whatever. And every single day, there's some type of emotion that you have to overcome and how to know how to deal with. I think that one of the most powerful things as a man is being emotional. Being in tune with your emotion is one of the most key things I think that we can do, because as we're trying to figure ourselves out, as we're trying to figure out who we want to be, what type of man we want to become, we have to understand why we want to become that man. Why do I want to become this great father? Is it because I didn't have one? Is it because he wasn't really that present in my life? Why do I want to become, this best worker? Is it because I want to have the title of hard worker, or that I can get a lot more money, right? I can get more of a raise. Why do I want to be the best husband or the best boyfriend? Is that because I've always been treated wrong, so I feel like I need to be more of something to prove my value to somebody? Like, why? Like, where does it come from, And all these emotional responses that maybe we don't even realize that we have comes from rather traumatic things, in the moment things, or people in our past. But the thing is that we're so conditioned to be like, we don't know how to use it. We don't know how to move forward with it, how to overcome it, until something happens and we feel like we need to lash out, until we feel like we've had enough. And it feels like everything that we've ever done still isn't enough. And what happens is that we get told, if you're a man with emotions, get away from me. That means you're soft, right? That means that you aren't a man, you're just a little boy wanting to cry to his mom. And the thing is that we learn is that when you meet the right woman, you meet the right group of people, you meet your boys that understand the pain that you're going through, then it's okay to be emotional. The thing is that you have to learn who you want to be vulnerable with, who you can actually trust, who you can actually talk to. Not a lot of people have those people. Not a lot of people have the type of people that will listen to them, that will understand that it's okay to be emotional, that it's okay to go through struggle, that it's okay to, try to figure life out, because you're still a human. Instead, we focus on, you're a man, man up. You're a man, toughen up. Oh, you went through a heartbreak? Okay, man up. Shrug it off. Don't think about it. Go to the gym. Go back to work. Put on a smile. Right? You lost your job today? Oh, your family, you got divorced today? Okay, well, guess what? I don't care. Get to work. Shrug it off. Right? And you got to understand, life is going to happen. Again, every single day. More than likely, something emotionally triggers you. And it doesn't just have to be for a man. I know there's probably women too watching this too, where y'all go through things and it's like an emotional response, right? But the thing is that as a man, we're like, hold that in. If a woman comes to you and it's like, oh, I've had a rough day, or I went through a heartbreak, or, something happened with my dog, whatever the case is, they're like, oh, it's okay. Like, give me a hug, right? It's going to be all right. You can cry on my shoulder. You let a man come to you and he's like, man, I had a rough day today, man. My woman's tripping, this happened at work today. All right, so what are you gonna do about it? What results are you gonna gain from that? It's not like, how can I help you, or like, do you need to listen, or what else is going on? It's, so what results are you gonna produce from that? It's always, until you meet the right one, it's always gonna be, so what are you gonna do about that? Not let me comfort you, not let me be your shoulder, right? Let me be your counselor. until you might meet the right people, you're going to run into a lot of those, to be honest. And the thing is that not a lot of men express their thoughts. Not a lot of men express what's even on their mind. So what they end up doing is that they end up bottling up. And I've said this in another video, where you end up bottling up, and everything that happens in life, it just adds a Mento to your life. And eventually you're the Coke bottle. So what's going to happen is that you're actually going to be the one that blows up. You take too many Mentos, and in life you're going to blow up, rather in the wrong situation, at the wrong person, at the wrong time. And that's how people get thrown in jail. That's how people do stuff they regret. That's how people end up in situations they didn't even see themselves being in. It's because you didn't find a person that you could talk to, a counselor, a therapist, someone like that, a parent, grandparent. They could be like, look, life is a little tough right now. I have this and this and this I have to deal with, and I don't know what to do about it. And that's the thing, is that, like, especially as a man, we're taught to just be like, you're going to figure out the solution by yourself, right? But sometimes we don't know what to do. We're trying to go through a situation and we're like, man, I don't know the best steps to take. I don't know the best road to go down. I don't know what I even want to do. And yet we're just conditioned to be like, well, you're the man, so think about it. Figure it out. If you're going to figure out who you can go to about your situation. Who can you go to talk about this? Because not a lot of people have someone to listen to them. And especially not a lot of people have someone that's going to guide them, that's going to teach them exactly how to get through the situation. Someone that's going to be like, yeah, I understand exactly what you feel. I remember when I was in this situation, I did this. If you're in this situation, you should do this, right? And that's the thing. Not a lot of people, especially men, have someone to go to talk to about their situations. So what they do is they ball it up, they stay quiet, and in their head, they're like, I just got to figure it out. And that's cool. To a degree, it shows that you can be able to, man up about your situation. Now you're not going to sit there and do nothing about it. So there's props to you. But if it's the only option, then you got to figure out a different way to do it. You got to figure out a different way to get out there and be like, look, I need to figure my life out. I need to figure out how to get over this situation. And if that means that you can't trust anybody right at this moment in your life, then that is okay. You still have God to pray to and be like, look, I need help. I need guidance. I need the right people. And I need you to reveal to me what I need to do in this situation. And He will show you. So it's okay to be a man with emotions. It's okay to be out here trying to figure life out and talking to the right people to express and be vulnerable with. The thing is that you have to find those right people, because what a lot of men do, especially if you're in a relationship or you're talking to a female, if we feel comfortable enough to come to you and tell you something, and then later on down the relationship or anytime we have a hard time, you're quick to just throw it back in my face, you're never going to hear from us again. You're not going to hear the full story, I'll say. And the thing is that what a lot of men do is that they're like, okay, look, I think I trust this woman. I think I trust this person. So I'm going to tell them exactly what's going on in my life, hoping that they can listen to me and they can help me. And then what they end up doing is when we get into a hard time, they're like, oh yeah, that's why you're broke and that's why you don't have a job. And like, you're like, I told you about that because I'm struggling financially and I'm trying to pay for this and that. But yet the person that you told it to is like, yeah, but that's why you have this and this going on. That's why this happened in your family, and you got to be very, very, very careful with those type of people, because they're the same type of people that's also dealing with stuff. They're the same type of person that's going to be listening to what you have to say, interpret what you have to say, and in the moment, in the soft moment, they're like, you know what, I'm so sorry that's happening to you. I'll be there for you. I'm your rock, whatever you need. And then you come to a case where, you need to lean on them, or you're in a situation, like I said, you're going back and forth, and all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, let's just go ahead and shatter that rock. That rock that you thought I was, actually, I'm not that. And I'm not the person that you thought I was. That's because I'm dealing with my own trauma that I don't know how to deal with, so I have to crush yours. I have to go out here and make you feel small so that I can feel bigger. I know you felt comfortable telling me about this, and you told me this whole situation about your family and about your old relationships and about this and that. But the thing is that I want to feel bigger, so I'm just going to crush everything that you've already told me to make you feel small. And you have to be very cautious with that, because a lot of people, a lot of men end up going through a situation where they trust someone, they tell them what's up, and then they get spat back in their face. And it makes us not want to open up to you again. And most likely we will not open up to you again. So you got to be very careful with that. And, if you've gone through that, that's your traumatic experience. Could be one of your traumatic experiences to why you don't want to open up to people. And it doesn't have to be a female. It could just be that you went to your brother and he's like, he went to your mom and told her about whatever. He went to your dad and told him about whatever. You know, it could be a friend, and all of a sudden your gossip is all over around the school. It could be at work. You tell one coworker, and now your manager knows what's going on, you know? And it's like, you just gotta be careful with all these different people that you're telling your business to. But it's okay to be emotional about it. That's the whole point of the video. It's okay to feel stuff about the video, but the thing is, if you're gonna be sitting around feeling sorry for yourself and you don't know what to do, you're gonna end up staying stuck with no direction. And so you gotta be very, very cautious of that. You gotta be very, very careful with that. So, you know, this video is really simple. Just be careful who you tell your business to, because it's okay to be emotional. You're still a human, right? I still have my moments where I go through stuff and I'm like, who can I talk to about this situation? You got different people to talk to about different stuff. And you just gotta be careful. So, especially if you're a man watching this, which most likely you are, it's okay to be emotional. Be in tune with your emotions and find the right people that you can be vulnerable with. Find the people that's going to be able to help you to get out of that emotional state and put you in a solution, right? Whatever it is that you're feeling. So it's a really simple video, y'all. I just want you guys to make sure that, you know, all my men out there, as we're trying to figure life out and we end up having our emotional days every single day, or emotional moments, that we're not so quick to just put our hands on someone, that we're not so quick to want to just yell at somebody to get the message across. You know, be vulnerable, have conversations, and be respectful, and watch how far that gets you in life. Just try it. Next time you want to talk to your girl about something, you want to talk to your mom about something, a coworker about something, a friend about something, and just be like, hey, I got something on my mind. Can we talk about it? Hey, I got something I want to discuss, or I got some things I've been holding in and I really want to get it off my chest. Can we talk about it? And then go from there. So that's really gonna wrap up this video, y'all. Follow me on my socials. It'll be King Malone, as you guys already know. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with someone that needs to hear that it's okay to be vulnerable, that it's okay to be a man with emotions and being in tune with their emotions, because not every man knows how to do that. So that's really all I got for y'all in this video, and that's gonna wrap it up. Until then, I will catch you on the next video. Gone.